Look up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a fat boy.
In 2004, the South Australian Government announced the development of Lochiel Park. The goal was to create a green village which would emphasise the protection and restoration of the natural environment. This vision is now a reality. Situated in the suburb of Campbelltown, Lochiel Park will serve as a model for other urban developments and assist in educating the public about sustainable housing and land development.
It was public land, surplus to requirements, a great chance to come up with a win-win outcome, to be able to demonstrate both the government's green credentials but also provide a demonstration project for the private sector.
What we're doing with Lochiel Park is going one step further. Rather than 5-star energy rating, 7.5-star energy rating. And so I think it'll end up being the model for developments all around the country, and it's already attracting overseas interest.
A flora survey was conducted on the existing plants to ensure improved biodiversity for the protection of the new urban forest. The forest is home to around 200,000 trees and shrubs.
All of the Lochiel Park plants are indigenous to South Australia and the Adelaide Plains region. There's 70% SA blue gum, which is Eucalyptus leucoxylon. Majority is river red gum, Eucalyptus camaldulensis, and most of the grasses are poas and stipers.
Residents moving into Lochiel Park will be provided with a sustainable landscape guide to encourage native planting in their garden, and in addition to the urban forest, this will attract wildlife to the area.
All of the builders' display gardens are going to have sustainable landscaping. So there's going to be a totally Australian garden, there's going to be a Mediterranean style garden, a local Indigenous garden, and a couple of blended gardens, all designed along the sustainable landscaping principles, so that people will be able to look at those display gardens and get ideas and understand. They'll be fully interpreted, so they'll be able to take away ideas and understand exactly what making a garden sustainable is all about.
Not wanting to see the land filled with hundreds of houses, councillors and local residents pursued a long campaign to keep the area as open space. Their persistence and determination paid off, and now residents and the surrounding community will benefit from wetlands, walking trails and fresh air.
And today, the stresses that we all face, it's really important to be able to come out here and breathe and feel a certain calmness and peacefulness that you just don't get in your street or little local built-up park or whatever. It has the potential to be quite therapeutic, I believe.
The urban design guidelines require significant effort by experienced architects to ensure the most sustainable and cost-effective design solutions are achieved.
We were really targeting significant energy savings at the outset, in the order of 75% against the base case. We went more toward the notion of how to build rather than what sort of energy to use or not use, as the case may be. So we were configuring homes to be built with certain amounts of insulation and thermal mass and the orientation and shading and all of those elements to be incorporated within the guidelines themselves, as well as issues like the sorts of materials to use in terms of resource depletion, sorts of materials to use in terms of embodied energy or embodied emissions, and the sorts of materials to use in terms of toxicity.
In collaboration with Keep South Australia Beautiful, the construction process of Lochiel Park followed environmentally friendly guidelines, with builders making sure their worksite is tidy and recycling their waste.
This company, CBS, recycles all their materials